Hello to all traders and welcome back to another video brought to you by Orbex. So we are into the new year, markets are back open, and happy new year to all of those around the world that are tuning in. And we are looking now today at gold and silver because they have been surging quite significantly. Actually, the yellow metal has capped off a 6-month high, breaking the 1840 barrier earlier today. It has had a bit of a pullback at the moment, but we are still expecting quite a push on gold, and this comes after a weak dollar due to the Fed's hawkish monetary policy as it heads into the new year. So what can we expect from the Fed? We're expecting a little bit of a slowdown, easing in these hiking of rates, inflation coming down to its 40-year high that we saw in July at 9.1%. So is this going to be a big sign of the times where we see a big correction in the dollar after a lot of its main peers such as the euro and pound are looking to get more of a grip on it? Parity seems quite a long way away now, especially for the euro dollar and pound dollar as well. So as we get into the new year, let me know what your thoughts are and where we are heading. So as I said, gold is up first, and we're just seeing on the daily chart at the moment just what a surge it's been. As I said, the 6-month high leaving its stamp around the 1840 area. This is quite significant because it's a $200 spring since this last triple bottom that we've seen here. That was quite predictable, really. Once we got the confirmation from the triple bottom, we knew that it would start pushing higher. How high can it go? Well, a lot of traders and economists are now looking at the 1900 handle in the next month or so, especially when the Fed is still coming out with lots of its comments that it will start easing these inflationary pressures even further. So with that being said, it's roughly over $60 that it has to move until it gets to that area. It's not really out of the question. We saw quite a big jump at the back end of, the beginning of November, where it jumped from roughly, just under $100. So that was just in a few days. Can it do that again? Well, of course it can, and it has been known to do that quite significantly again and again. With the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, which is like the indicator that I usually use just to see how the market is faring up, we are seeing now this quite continuous progression in gold, and it's in a nice bullish channel now, and it doesn't look like it's going to fall out anytime soon. The only thing is there is a slight bearish divergence on the RSI that I'm using, and it could lead to a slight correction in the near term before it starts moving higher. We don't expect it to fall out of the channel that it's currently in. However, if it does, it will be interesting to see if we do get more of a pullback than what we had hoped, that we had pictured in the near term at least. So as I said, just looking at the 4-hour chart now, very, very bullish continuation pattern here. We're getting these higher highs and lower lows, and it just seems to keep progressing and progressing. We'll just see, as I said, if we can pierce these previous lows that we've seen before when we do hit a correction, because a correction is most likely what's going to happen shortly. If it can stay above the Ichimoku cloud, above the previous lower highs, and if we can obviously get rid of this bearish transition on the RSI as well. So very, very important things to take into the new year, and obviously the first proper day of trading as well, since there were still a few bank holidays yesterday in the market. So just something to keep an eye out for in the near term as well. So we mentioned silver also. What we're seeing on silver is a slight consolidation now on the daily chart at least, because what we're seeing here, again, we're topping pretty much, more than 6-month highs, like 8-month highs at the moment. So at the moment, we're just seeing a small consolidation before we can possibly see another turn to the upside at least. Like gold, similar to gold, it did get quite firm support in the middle of the 2022. So now it didn't really hit a triple bottom like gold did, but we are seeing quite firm support and then a spring to the upside. So like gold, we are seeing silver have the same trajectory, but just in a slightly different format. It would just be interesting if we can puncture this $25 handle, which is quite a psychological fit for a lot of our economists that are trading silver at the moment. And just looking on the 4-hour chart as well, as you can see here, nicely consolidated, slightly bullish, but nothing. I'm not getting too excited yet that we're going to see another leg higher, because we are expecting consolidation and a slight correction in silver. So again, a little bit like gold, we'll see if we get another move to the downside and then possibly another spike to the upside at least. And again, like gold, keep mentioning it, we are seeing quite a firm bearish divergence on the RSI. So this is something to look out for when you're putting in your next trades, or just looking to see where the market is going. But let me know what you think with the precious metals going into 2023. We are seeing this big rebound that was naturally going to happen because the Fed were going to start slowing their monetary policy. They were going to start easing on the rate hikes as well as inflation naturally comes down. They're looking at a terminal rate of roughly about 4 to 5%. Will this happen? Maybe not, because they did want it to get down, the inflation to get down to 2%, but this will probably take most of 2023. So it'll be interesting in the next meeting in March. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for our next videos as we bring them to you live, and we'll see what's going on there. So thank you very much for joining me once again, and we'll speak again tomorrow for the latest in fundamentals and technicals for the main movers in the market. So until then, have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.